Hi, folks. Welcome into a special edition of the Irish NFL show. Brian is here as well. But more importantly, obviously, as importantly, Colin Cronin is here from Soldier Field in Chicago. Colin, how are you? Good?
Very well, yeah, live from Soldier Field. Delighted to have the opportunity to be here. Thanks to the Bears for facilitating us with media access, and yeah, live from the press box. Got in early this morning. Got to give kudos to Bears fans because they were tailgating from about 8 o'clock this morning, and yeah, so plenty. Smelled some really good food, and saw people who might have been two or three cans deep, I think, at the time I was passing them on the way to the stadium. But yeah, great atmosphere around. I'd say it'll be raucous. We're still a couple of hours from kickoff, but I imagine it's really going to build as we get towards 12 Chicago time.
You probably stood out in that jersey, did you, Colin?
I had a few people ask me, all right, about where I was from and whatnot. Obviously, really strong connection between Chicago and Ireland. So met quite a few people who had Irish heritage this morning, and some people who'd actually made it over. Michael met a man who had cousins from County Tyrone, and he is hoping to make it back over to Ireland again in 2022. So yeah, no, really, really great buzz, and it's great to see kind of the Irish American diaspora who are so keen to kind of celebrate that relationship, and so warm and welcoming as well.
Colin, tell us the crack here. Obviously, you're over in Chicago. You got Justin Fields going up against the Baltimore Ravens. What's the crack with Lamar Jackson? Is he going to play today or not?
Well, the latest I heard is that Lamar is at the stadium. He is going to go through warm ups, but they don't know if he's good to go. Apparently, the virus that he has taken a lot out of him. He's very low energy. He's going to see. They obviously want him to go. He's so central to everything that the Ravens do, but they don't know the backup is ready to go. So it will be interesting. I've yet to see him on the field. I'm going to wander over after this and see if we have a Lamar spotting, but he is at the stadium from what I hear.
Yeah, I believe Huntley is very similar in the way he goes about his business on the field. He's like a copycat version of Lamar. I'd imagine he'll have that offense in play, but it just gives the Bears a real opportunity in this game. Makes for a great atmosphere, Colin.
Yeah, I think if Lamar can't go, you'd obviously have to say that the Bears are with a much better shout, and I think the fans. I saw a lot of Fields jerseys. In fairness, I saw jerseys of every single player and plenty of retro jerseys. So look, the Bears are a storied franchise. But if they have the opportunity to go against a Ravens team that doesn't have Lamar Jackson, yeah, I imagine it will be very, very raucous here.
Did you enjoy this column at the start?
I love that.
Yeah.
I definitely need to see if Mike Ditka jumpers are available.
Boys, I have no other questions in this game. I literally picked the Ravens. I'm still going to pick the Ravens, even if Lamar Jackson's out. Is that bad, Brian?
No, I'll stick with the Ravens, yeah, but I can certainly say they're not close now. Like, bear in mind, we did the show last night and we discussed a number of things, which was for later on in the evening, which was Kyler Murray, whether he's playing that game, and not to get off this game too much, but it looks like he's not going to go now. So they're obviously gone with that. Let's see how he comes back from the bye week. But this is a similar scenario. If he doesn't play Lamar Jackson, having discussed him coming off a difficult loss last week in Miami, it gives the Bears a big opportunity. Just on the jumper, haven't got to see the Jets and the Bears in MetLife a couple of years ago with a Bears fan, a friend of mine. There were so many of those Mike Ditka jerseys around. I'm surprised Colin hasn't got one on.
That might be my next move after I check out Lamar, see if he's going to be playing, to see if I can get my hands on a Ditka jumper.
We'll let you go in a couple of minutes, Colin Moore. If you have to bounce, just bounce. It's grand. But what's the grub like? What's the food situation like? Have you gotten anything yet?
I haven't had anything as yet. I'm not long into the stadium and was making my way up to the press box, which is pretty sweet. In fairness, the setup around the stadium, it's incredible. Just the way in which kind of looking out over from just outside the press box to all the parking lots with all the tailgaters, it is very impressive. Soldier Field is a very impressive stadium. Bears have done a nice job, and the owners have done a nice job in terms of doing it up. I think a lot of Irish fans familiar with it from '94. USA, but a very, very different vibe today. But I mean, it was early when I was coming in, but as I said, the Bears fans were out in force even at that point.
It'd be interesting to see what your thoughts are on the stadium, Conor, because we discussed in the off season, the Bears are making serious strides towards moving away from Soldier Field in the next 5 or 6 years, and all that talk of them actually buying that other land and set up a new stadium for me. So I'm interested to see what your feedback is on the stadium. When you touch on food, Michael, I straight away take Mark, who's not here. So every time in the media accreditation
Well, there's literally a comment here, there, boys, saying, "Can Colin sneak some Cork lads in Chicago in the back door? Can you? I don't know."
I'll have a look, see if we can open a door for leave it. Scenes reminiscent of Wembley, surely, over the summer, if that was to be the case. But I think what's interesting, Brian, in terms of the stadium is how central it is. A lot of American stadiums are further out from the city centre. This has a kind of a Croke Park-like feel. And we're lucky in Dublin, obviously, the Old Lansdowne Road, the Aviva is similar. They have that right in the city centre kind of vibe, and that's the same here. I'm sure probably if the owners, they're looking at it going, we could go further out, more parking, etc., etc. But I have to say that the ability to actually be in the city and to kind of see it, amidst everything, makes it that little bit more special.
We haven't really touched on Justin Fields. This is a good opportunity to see him firsthand today, Colin. We were back and forth during the off season, the draft. We felt that the Broncos should have selected him, and then obviously as the season started, he's finally made his way in, and he's the starter now. You've got a great opportunity to see him there today.
Yeah, and I'm intrigued to see how he will, continue to develop. I think he should have started from the off. I don't know what was gained by putting Andy Dalston in, but look, it is just Fields now. It's just Fields' team. He's going to face Baltimore Ravens side, who will send all sorts of blitz packages his way, will disguise what they're looking to do, will have different guys coming his way. Mark touched on it last night. The O-line has to do a job, though, at protecting him. So he's got a role, but the O-line also has a role. So it will be fascinating to see if he can continue to grow and develop. He's shown signs of it, particularly in the last couple of games. You would have to say that he is developing into an NFL caliber QB, so he's got another opportunity to take a further jump today.
Shout out, Colin, to Da Irish Bears, and can we see the field from Da Bears, or are you on your phone? I'm presuming we can't get a quick glimpse. No, and then we'll let you go. Or?
I'm on my phone. Let me see.
That's no there, Mikey.
I'm not sure if we can. Let me see.
I like it. That's a good view, Colin. That's a good view.
Yes, indeed. So,
Colin, look, enjoy Da Bears. Pick up a couple of jumpers for us, yeah? I'll happily wear one of those jumpers in the show if the Bears win tonight. And thanks for everyone sending their comments. If you can get those Cork lads in, that'll be great. And enjoy the game.
Thanks very much, lads. Catch up with you soon, all right?
Nice,
good luck.
Good luck,
lads. See you later.
Right. Are we going to talk about stuff here, or are we going to go, or what's the crack?
I was just thinking we need to call out a couple of things. One of which, when we did the show last night, it looked like Lamar Jackson was good to go. Doesn't look that way. And then second of all, later on in the 9 o'clock games, looks like
Kyler Murray's not going.
Yeah, he's not going to go. So, we said it last night. You put an asterisk around your selection. I know you went with the Seahawks anyway, but you're leaving me. Anyway,
that's Rappaport's fault. Jackson's out. There you go.
90 minutes to kick off. Another great weekend of games. Could be some big games, seems some big results leading towards this crazy race for the playoffs. So sure there'll be plenty coming out on social in the next few hours. Mike, I'm sure you'll be taking care of all that. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm going to watch I'm a Celebrity, and that. But
that's it. Tonight. That's Colin.
Folks, Brian, obviously, thanks for your time, man.
problem.
There's a lovely picture of Colin. See you tomorrow night, and then we're back on Wednesday, the Thanksgiving special. See you then.
Talk to you then, mate. Cheers.